أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. By the barakah of Sidi Shaykh Sidi Mohamed Faouzi al-Karkari قدس الله سره. Notes from lecture of November 17th, 2024, part 1. Before starting this video, I would like to say that this work would never have seen the light without Sidi Shaykh. If something is wrong, it will be from myself, and everything that is correct is from Sidi Shaykh. In this lecture, Sidi Shaykh spoke about justice, ʿadala, from a Sufi perspective. At the beginning of this lecture, Sidi Shaykh mentioned that the subject of justice, ʿadala, was raised twice in the current week. This signifies that the topic is currently on people's minds. He added that the lecture will not address the conventional or apparent understanding of justice, but rather a perspective that allows one to find inner peace and satisfy God without incurring his displeasure. Sidi Shaykh explained that justice, ʿadala, stems from fairness, ʿadl. While a person may believe they are just, ʿadl, they are not just in anything, even with earnest striving. However, due to their efforts to approach justice, or perhaps attain a glimpse or a breath of it, people might call them just, ʿadl. Yet, in their essence, they are unjust, even to themselves. The Prophet ﷺ described the straight path of God as sharper than a sword and thinner than a hair. So how can one follow a path of perfect righteousness? One is inevitably betrayed by a thought, a mind, a soul, a desire, and so on. There are several distractions that constantly attack and betray the person at every moment in their path. Therefore, in short, one is not just. Everyone has wronged themselves. Some seek forgiveness, yastaghfir. Others wrong themselves even while seeking forgiveness. And still others delay seeking forgiveness for the wrongs they have committed against themselves. But to be just, one should remove this idea from their mind. Sidi Shaykh added that as long as a person is thinking about being just, they are thinking to achieve justice through their intellect. However, the intellect, being a creation of God, cannot grasp the entirety of the Creator's law or the totality of knowledge. It can only comprehend a limited portion. Therefore, the Prophet ﷺ said, tie your camel, aqilha, and then trust in God. Tawakkal ala Allah. While logic, intellect, and the mind are ultimately limited in their ability to grasp and understand, reliance, at-tawakkul, must be placed upon God. Sidi Shaykh explained that achieving justice is not about reaping the fruit or the rewards of one's actions. Some mistakenly believe that success in situations like exams, tasks, social interactions such as marriage or business is a direct result of their just nature. This, Sidi Shaykh explained, is entirely incorrect. Sidi Shaykh stated that success is not equal to justice. Fairness, al-adl, is to establish matters where God established them. In short, to be where God has placed you, and tuqim حيث أقامك Allah. This is justice. The person should be established in the station, maqam, where God placed them. As long as someone deviates from this designated station, they are unjust to themselves. And because perfectly fulfilling the requirements of one's divinely appointed station is unattainable, people perpetually fall short of being just to themselves. God created the human in the best of stature, but the humans wayfaring in the path is all crooked. He created their hearing in the best of stature, their sight in the best of stature, their speech in the best of stature. He made them outwardly and inwardly in the best of stature, and the human is the opposite of that. Some imagine that justice and righteousness, it is to manifest what the Creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala, commanded them. So if they fulfill it, then they consider that they have established justice upon themselves and have become a king over their human kingdom and have been just in their judgment and fulfilled what God commanded in their path and wayfarer. This is incorrect. In the core of one's worship and fulfillment of their duty to God, they are unjust to themselves because they are not able to perform this act in the manner as God wanted it to be performed. So, for example, in the daily matters of life, one says, "This is mine, this is my son, this is my car, this is my house, this is such and such." When one acknowledges these things, they have wronged themselves because the person and all what they possess belong to their Lord, subhanahu wa ta'ala. While one might acknowledge that everyone is under the Creator's power, this is just words. Is there an inner state? No, this is it then. There is no inner state, so one is unjust to themselves and not just. Sidi Shaykh explained with an example. He said that if someone is unable to forgive those who have wronged them and imagines that those people controlled them and took what they possessed, then simply by holding this belief, they are attributing ownership to themselves rather than attributing it to the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as long as one is doing everything in their power to recover what was taken from them, this is considered as being unjust to oneself. Therefore, one should always remember that they and what they own belong to God. Sidi Sheikh refers to the verse, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, to whom belongs dominion today, to God, the One, the Subduer. So that was all for this video. Alhamdulillah الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. لقد جاءت رسل ربنا بالحق. اللهم لك الحمد، اللهم لك الحمد، اللهم لك الحمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم، وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.